Arsenal has just confirmed they're eyeing the complete £51 million striker, who's like a Diego Costa. And we also have all the fallout from the Gunners' victory against the Surps, with Ian Wright praising the 22-year-old Arsenal star, and fans saying the same thing about David Raya. Stay with me until the end of the video to understand everything that's happening behind the scenes at the Emirates Stadium. If you want to lose weight and take care of your health in a simple and healthy way, click on the first link in the description now and discover the powerful supplement that is changing the lives of thousands of people around the world. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. Since Mikel Arteta took the Arsenal reins in 2019, the Gunners have gone from strength to strength and are now one of the best teams in the country once again. We're likely to see Arsenal busy in the summer transfer market as Arteta looks to apply the finishing touches to his squad. Midfield and attack are two areas in the Gunners team where Arteta and Edu could look to strengthen over the coming months. Arsenal could certainly do with cover on the flanks for Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, while a new centre-forward wouldn't go amiss. Now, according to Caught Offside, the Gunners have been monitoring a 19-year-old striker who has been compared to former Chelsea and Atletico Madrid ace Diego Costa. The player in question is Samu Omarodian, who is on the books at the Wanda Metropolitano and on loan at La Liga side Deportivo Alaves. Caught Offside has reported that Arsenal and Liverpool have been monitoring the 6 feet 4 inches forward for some time. However, the Gunners and the Reds are seemingly behind West Ham in the race for Omarodian. The Hammers are said to have made their interest known to the player's agent. Atletico could look to cash in on the player if they receive offers in the region of €60 million, £51 million, added the report. Omarodian is understood to want regular first-team football next season after showing what he can do during his loan spell. At this stage, it remains unclear whether Atletico boss Diego Simeone will be able to provide him with regular minutes next term. Born in Melilla to Nigerian parents, Omarodian joined Granada's youth setup in 2021. He progressed through the ranks before Atletico snapped him up in 2023. Los Calcaneros then loaned him out to Alaves for the 2023/24 season. He has 9 goals and 1 assist from 30 La Liga outings this term. In November last year, Football España recalled how Simeone compared Omarodian to a rough Diego Costa. However, the outlet noted that the reported Arsenal target has much more pace than the former Spain international. The outlet also relayed quotes from AS in which Omarodian said, "Being compared to a player who has made history at Atleti is always appreciated, but I am Samu, and I want to write my own story." He added, "I feel more comfortable running into space because I am a powerful player and I feel dominant in that aspect. But if the situation arises that the team dominates and I have to look for the play in the area, I also feel good." Last year, football talent scouts Jacek Kulig deemed Omarodian a complete forward and modern target man with 8-10 potential and likened him to Real Sociedad and Nigeria forward Umar Sadiq. BBC Sport pundit says £45 million Arsenal star looked lethargic versus Tottenham today. Mikel Arteta's side endured one of their best results of the season with a 3-2 win against their North London rivals, with Tottenham almost completing a late comeback against Arsenal that could have ended their Premier League title hopes. Despite the pressure and potential narrative, Arsenal held on, with the Gunners securing a huge 3 points that takes them clear of the Premier League standings with 3 games left to go this season for the English Giants. Yet one Arsenal star was pointed out for criticism by Schwarzer during the win against Tottenham. Thomas Partey singled out as Arsenal beat Tottenham in dramatic fixture. Speaking on BBC Radio 5 Live's coverage of the match, Schwarzer noted how Thomas Partey looked sluggish against Tottenham, with the £45 million midfielder retaining his spot in the starting 11 after Tuesday's impressive display against Chelsea. With reports emerging in recent days that Saudi Arabia clubs are interested in signing the former Atletico Madrid star, there's a growing chance that this season could be Partey's last in the Premier League with Arsenal. And based on today's performance in the North London derby, suggestions that Partey could be sold this summer might now be justified, with the Ghanaian international far from his best this afternoon against Tottenham. Schwarzer said, "The minute the ball went into Thomas Partey with his back to play, Spurs pressed. Partey took too much time and he was lethargic on the ball." With Partey once again dealing with injury issues this season, the midfielder has again shown this campaign that he isn't the most reliable of players when it comes to being available. And for Arteta, the Arsenal manager needs to really consider the option of selling the 31-year-old in the upcoming transfer window, especially with clubs already reportedly interested in signing the former La Liga star. With Partey not at his best today in one of the biggest games of the season for Arsenal, time could be running out for the midfielder, who he himself might be considering a change of scenery this summer. Arsenal fans are all saying the same thing about David Raya after 3-2 Tottenham win. Arsenal were able to cling on throughout a nervy finish to the game to claim a vital victory in the North London derby. The first half could not have gone better for the Gunners. Despite Tottenham's enthusiastic start, Mikel Arteta's side found themselves 3-0 up at the break. Two of the visitors' goals came from set pieces. The Arsenal set-piece coach Nicolas Jover was hailed for his impact on the game by Gary Neville. Things ought to have been far more comfortable than they ultimately were for the Gunners in the second half. A mistake from goalkeeper David Raya in the 64th minute handed Spurs a lifeline. The ball came back to the Spanish shotstopper in his own box, and he had time to pick a pass. However, the 28-year-old fluffed his lines and played the ball straight to Christian Romero, who then rolled it into the back of the net. This goal gave the home supporters a huge lift. The noise levels inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium ratcheted up. The pressure was now on Raya and Arsenal to recover and respond to this setback. Spurs came forward with renewed belief, and took one step closer to completing a remarkable recovery in the 87th minute when they were awarded a penalty, which Son Heung-min duly converted. Overall, though, the Gunners were able to keep their heads, and Raya played a huge part in maintaining this composure. He was able to claim a number of crosses that came into his box, nullifying the danger, and giving his teammates some vital seconds to regroup and catch their breath. After his earlier howler, the goalkeeper's response was impressive. It has been said that Raya does not get the appreciation he deserves for what he gives to this Arsenal team, but his level-headedness was certainly valuable today. After the match, plenty of Arsenal fans took to X to share their thoughts on Raya. One said, "All goalkeepers make mistakes. Raya made one at a terrible time. But he responded calmly and did everything else right." Another stated, "David Raya, I forgive you for the high blood pressure, heads up king." Ian Wright has showered a 22-year-old Arsenal player with praise after a massive display this afternoon against Tottenham. The Gunners emerged as victors in the North London derby with a stressful 3-2 win against Spurs, with Arsenal almost throwing away a 3-0 lead at halftime to potentially drop crucial points in the Premier League title race. Despite the scare, Arsenal came out with all 3 points to secure their place at the top of the standings, with Mikel Arteta's side hopeful that Manchester City can slip up between now and the end of the season. Speaking on Premier League productions, Wright was full of praise for Bukayo Saka's performance against Tottenham, with the 22-year-old scoring Arsenal's second goal of the match in the opening half. With Saka becoming the first Englishman for Arsenal to score 15-plus Premier League goals since Wright, the winger's brilliant strike against Tottenham is one the attacker will remember for years to come, especially with the Gunners claiming North London as red once again. Wright said when asked about Saka's performance, "He was a massive part today. I knew it would be tough for Ben Davies. We're talking about a player who knows what the derby means. I was really pleased with how in control they was. Especially when Tottenham got back in the game. They stayed really calm." Saka showed doubters yet again why he is one of the best in the world. With Saka matching Wright's Premier League goal-scoring record with one of his best goals yet this season, the England international showed doubters wrong yet again why he is considered by many as one of the best wingers in the world. 19 goals and 14 assists in all competitions is nothing short of incredible from a wide attacker who is just 22 years old, yet Saka is proving he is no ordinary winger at Arsenal this season. Indeed, the Hale End Academy graduate has taken his game to yet another remarkable level under Arteta, and Arsenal could now find themselves as Premier League champions because of the forward. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.